A new rewards program is being introduced at taverns in Gauteng. It's called Bonsella and encourages customers to return to the spot they were drinking at. We speak now to Engage CEO, that's Andrew Weinberg. Andrew, thank you very much for joining us. So what's the big idea behind Bonsella?
Bonsella we created to enable businesses to uplift themselves with a full turnkey business solution, not only for taverns but also into the spaza market, allowing them to run a rewards program, run campaigns and promotions for brands, understand their business analytics a lot better by managing stock control. So it's a full POS till system, but coming along with that is credit card and debit card acceptance, loan applications for credits on stock. So really uplifting them to be able to run their taverns as a fully functional mainline or mainstream business.
Some of the taverns or the spaza shops don't have fancy equipment or even point of sale machines. So how are we equipping them to get, on par with what everybody else is doing?
Well, that's the main issue that we identified in the tavern and spaza market, but predominantly taverns, is that with unemployment the way it is going and it has gone in the past, there's more and more of these kind of informal businesses starting up, entrepreneurs trying to start up and make a living, support their families, yet they don't have the skills or the training or even the capital or means to run a fully functional business where they can understand their stock control, they can understand when to order more items, where to order from, as well as getting into mainstream banking, allowing them credits, as well as the ability to accept debit and credit cards. So the whole purpose is to see these businesses grow, extend their trade, and be able to support more turnover through more patrons coming to their establishments, and hence also including the rewards program to that.
You did mini research, if you will, in terms of what it is that you are seeing in terms of trends at taverns. Just tell us a little bit more about that, especially for brands who want to come on board.
Well, the tavern market has been around for as long as business in South Africa has been around. And what has obviously happened through the COVID period is that there was lockdown and closure. A lot have suffered tremendously, obviously, through a lack of trade. And like many other businesses, they are trying to grow their trade and survive. And what we're seeing from discussions mainly directly with tavern owners themselves is since they've adopted the system we've put in, which has actually only been a few months now because of opening up of the trade, they're really starting to see an increased level of patronage to their taverns and more support from the consumers in the area.
The last thing you want when you're out having a nice time and a nice drink is some admin. So how exactly does this work for patrons? Do I need a coupon? Is it on my phone? Is it something that is convenient? How does it work?
For the actual patron or the consumer, because we have been running Bonsella for about 6 or 7 years across the country, we have over 1.8 million consumers already registered and a lot growing by more than about 2,500, 3,000 new members a day. And once they're registered onto our Bonsella platform, they can basically visit their tavern, they scan a barcode either on their phone or on a card, and they can get a benefit. At the moment, it is free Wi-Fi while they're in the tavern, so they can sit there for an hour or two, utilize the Wi-Fi, and in turn be able to correspond with the communications that also comes through media advertising on the app, or when they join the Wi-Fi. And from the brand side, they can now push promotions to these consumers and actually see the effect of the brand campaign through the data analytics that we capture and report back to them. So has it worked? When is it best to work a campaign or an advert? And also to obviously give them an ROI on those campaigns that they don't usually get.
To Engage CEO Andrew Weinberg, thank you very much for your time this afternoon.